Dasgupta, also, this message that economic selfishness is on the rise in the world, is that clearly a veiled message to the United States President Donald Trump as well? Also saying that the world will sit up and take notice of our economic progress. We need to continue to work on that. We have weeded out unnecessary compliances, and of course he listed out many other ways on how we can really become Atmanirbhar and go vocal for local. Shruti Dasgupta, what did you make of these veiled references looking at the geopolitics that exists today in the world? The direct enemies that we have across our borders, and also those who may try and look down upon us.
Greetings and a happy independence to all my fellow panelists, to you in the newsroom and your viewers. And what I'd like to bring to focus is, in this one speech, he has targeted every single one of our direct enemies and our indirect enemies, our economic enemies as well as our physical enemies across the borders. His speech showed us that he knew what the Trump administration were trying to do. They're trying to twist every single nation into bowing before Trump and handing him the peace prize. And he's pretty aware of it. And this particular speech, where it was very targeted towards that. He's also emphasized a small bit. It was a one line which probably, I guess, not many noticed. He brought in fertilizers, which is where the chokehold is, where China is holding us very firmly. Those segments, those shipments are sitting there at China port, and they're not being sent out. They're not being denied. There's no official policy that says denial to fertilizers to farmers in India, but they're holding it there. So we've had to go back to Russia and ask for increased exchange of our fertilizer industry so that our farmers can continue. So this is a second point. So he's taken on US, he's taken on the China, he's taken on Pakistan by name and by their deed as well. He's taken on Bangladesh by saying the infiltrator bit. So we know that he's pretty well aware of the chain of events that are being showcased around the world, around India, to try and push it into a corner. And he's very well aware of the need of the hour, which is Atmanirbhar Bharat, which will then lead to economic progress. And he's also linked this economic progress to tech development. So he mentioned defense tech, which everybody went after. But he also mentioned space tech. That says this is where the next generation of technology comes through. So he's showing the path, and he's promising from that pulpit there that, look, I'm standing right there for you. Come to me, speak to me, address the nation, address your problems, and I'll make sure that this happens. These were his promises as Prime Minister as well as the regime head. He may not be the Prime Minister in 2035, but these promises will hold weight till then. That is what his promises meant today to the nation. He's saying that don't just think small, think big. Go beyond what you understand. If he's saying the chip is going to be developed, he's saying that we will go after critical minerals ourselves. We are not going to be held hostage by the licensing raj of China that it has now started doing with the critical mineral technology. This particular critical mineral technology is also making US sweat. Trump is sweating. Every 90 days he's issuing another 90 days of extension. So he's pretty aware of the geopolitical events that are happening, and he's addressing each one of them as a primary concern for India to take its next step forward. Today I saw a Prime Minister who was angry. He was angry not because of the wars that are happening, but because he knows that there is a loop that is being built around him, not by one power, but many of them collaborating together. And his only way out is by depending on the people that he serves as Prime Minister.
Gautam Mukherjee, RSS